દ્વારા રેકોર્ડ ખરાઈ કરતા ઘરભેણી ઓફિસર 23/2/47 ઠરાવ વિગતે પાટણ બ્લોક નંબર G સર્વે નંબર 6 વાળી ભેણી માયપુરી મકાનની છે. આ જગ્યાને પાટણને ઘાંચી લોકો માને છે, પણ જગ્યા સાર્વજનિક છે. આ જગ્યા માલિકી હક નથી. તેમ છતાં આંક 4 ઉપર હસન અલી ખાતરી આપે છે સબબ આ ભેણી સાર્વજનિક સરકાર માલિકીની ઠરાવેલ છે. સદરુ મિલકત ઉક્ત હકીકતે મુજબ સાર્વજનિક સરકારી ઠરાવેલ હોવા છતાં પણ હાલ માયપુરી મકાન ઘાંચી હસન અલી શ્રી સરકાર એમ નોંધાયેલ હોય, જેથી ધારણકર્તા તરીકે માયપુરી મકાન ઘાંચી હસન અલીનું નામ દૂર કરવા સિટી સર્વે સુપ્રિન્ટેન્ડન્ટ અને અનેક મામલતદાર શ્રી પાટણ તથા નાયબ કલેક્ટર શ્રી વેરાવળ એ હકારાત્મક દરખાસ્ત રજૂ કરેલ છે. So it's a proposal that his name should be removed from the records. Otherwise, his name is appearing.
Yes.
So if his name is appearing, one more factor, how can action under 79A also lie before his name is removed? How can you put the cart before the horse?
Yes.
My name may be wrongfully there, but today I am an occupant is shown in the records. Now, if that name is there, that has to be first action has to be taken under 211 to remove my name. After that, a notice under 79N has to be issued. And after that, 202 has to be taken. You can't start with 202 and demolish everything. And certainly not a single notice is for the Dargah and the Kabristan. It is only for some huts. That no notice is given.
Yes.
And in spite of that, everything is demolished completely. It's not only the hutments which have been removed. All the dargah and everything have been demolished. Even ancient, I highlighted there, some of them are ancient monuments. They have also been demolished. Your Lordship, then your Lordship may see. 4 કલાકે 19/9/2024 ના રોજ. Now 19/9/2024 adjournment is granted to 27/9.
Yes.
Lord, I highlighted that. Oh Lord, on 19/9 it is adjourned to 27/9. On 27/9 we have not given any reply. We have only given an application for adjournment and certain documents.
Yes.
Now, my lord, the decision is taken on 27/9.
Yes.
Now, if your lordship would see, the 27/9 decision has to precede the notice under 202. It can never happen that it has, I am a legal occupant as per the records of the revenue, yet notice can be given under 202. I have to be first an unauthorized occupant.
Yes.
So this order has to precede it. Yet 202 notice is given
Yes.
on 5/9 and more than how many? 300 people, police was there, and on 28/9 this has been removed. Now, my lord, with this background and in light of the Supreme Court order and in light of the observations made by the Supreme Court subsequently on the next day in a writ petition, in a petition filed for contempt, my lord, my humble submission is that a status quo order is required to be granted.
issue નથી punitive damages નું punitive arrest issue નથી.
My lord, the contempt petition which is filed before the Supreme Court, where the court has, it is nothing to do with the criminals whose property. It was only hutments which were sought to be removed.
So, what?
Only hutments. Petition I have got.
Yes.
Contempt petition. It is hutments which were sought to be removed.
Not even.
No, not the criminal. Because the order is, lordship can't truncate the order. Nobody can truncate an order which is wide. The Supreme Court can itself clarify it. It has clarified to what extent it wanted to clarify. So otherwise it's a blanket order. I can. Lord, we have just received a copy, Lord. I can hand over the copy to your lordship on an iPad.
What?
of Supreme Court Supreme Court contempt petition, where the contempt is
What happened
alleged
to that
of and the
contempt?
prayer. We
What
have not been able. The order is yet
What
not updated.
happened to that contempt proceedings?
I'm sorry.
Order is passed. my lord,
Yesterday, order is passed. Yesterday,
I gave the
Supreme
order
Court-
yesterday. I am trying to
The-
Order.
petition of
Sorry. Page para 4. Wait. Para 4. Action.
my lord, I am just reading out the facts.
Yes.
The petitioners, along with others, have been residing in the said village of Katholi Pathar, revenue village under Sonpur Mauza in the district of Kamrup Metro for last many years. Petitioners have been residing in the said land by virtue of a deed of power of attorney which have been executed in their name by original Pattadas. The petitioners are not the owners of the said land and they do not have any ownership right. However, they are enjoying the occupation and residing over the said lands by virtue of power. That the petitioners beg to submit, contrary to the allegations, assertions of the district administrative authorities, the petitioners are illegal occupiers and encroachers of the land of the tribal or the protected class. They have been residing in the lands wherein they have been allowed to live by actual patadas. In many of the cases, the actual patadas have been from people belonging to the protected class who allowed the petitioners to say. However, the said lands were not sold to the petitioners. Neither the petitioners have asserted any ownership or possessory right. It is only that the authority to reside and manage the said lands has been vested upon the petitioners by the original patadas. In case of some of the petitioners, they are legal heirs of the next kins of the original patadas. However, the petitioner in no way encroaches or occupiers of the said land, therefore they have not committed any violation of the provisions of the Assam Land and Revenue Regulations, as because they have not changed the name, nature or character. And in this matter,
Prayer.
the prayer was initiate contempt proceeding against the alleged contemners, respondents herein for committing gross, deliberate, willful of the Honorable Court for deliberate and willful violation of the order dated 17 September. And below the respondent in the petition IAS Officer, Principal Secretary, Government of Assam, and District Commissioner, Government of Assam. So that was all dealing with UP.
Mm.
And this order has been passed, my lord. I gave the order yesterday. We have not yet received the
It's not uploaded.
uploaded as yet. Now, my lord, in this slide, Lord, under 202, no time period given to demolish. 202 is only confined to the huts outside. They could not have demolished the dargah, and the action is taken. That's all.
Yes. Yes, Mr.
Page 416. The order of the Honorable Supreme
Yes.
at page 419, my lords.
Yes.
But before I read this order of 17-9, I had given to my lords the 2nd September order. Would my lords please have it? I have another copy also.
Yes.
Am I with you? If I may read, lords, from paragraph 2. The present batch of petitions raises a grievance that the properties of persons who are accused in some crime are being demolished. The position is disputed by the state of Uttar Pradesh, and an affidavit has been filed that the immovable properties can be demolished only in accordance with the procedure prescribed by law. An affidavit has been filed on behalf of the state of Uttar Pradesh by Special Secretary, Home Department, Government of Uttar Pradesh. We appreciate the stand taken by the state of Uttar Pradesh in the affidavit filed by it. We propose to lay down certain guidelines on a pan-India basis so that the concerns with regard to issues raised are taken care of. My lords, issues would be para 2. And in that background, para 6. We find it appropriate that learned counsel for the parties may give their suggestions. In this background, my lords may now see 419 for a moment.
Yes.
As requested by Mr. So-and-so, learned so-and-so appearing for the respondents, list these matters on 1/10/2024 as first item. Till the next date of hearing, we direct that there shall be no demolition anywhere across the country without seeking leave of this court. We further clarify that our order would not be applicable if there is an unauthorized structure in any public place, such as road, street, footpath, comma, abutting railway line or any river body or water bodies, as also cases where there is an order for demolition made by the court of law. My lords, two submissions. While having 419 at hand, if I may pray, my lords, have 508, my reply. I also have the revenue map, but 508 makes it abundantly clear in my submission.
50.
508, my lords, of my reply. This is the notification dated 3rd November 1951 by the Saurashtra government. If I may read from the bottom of the page. In supersession of this department, GR number so and so dated 27th July 1951, the government of Saurashtra is pleased to grant to the Somnath Trust on lease of 999 years on payment of annual rent of rupees 40 for additional lands as described below. I pray my lords have serial number 4. Government wasteland and strip of land west of Patan town, largely consisting of sand dunes, lying on the south of Veraval Patan road, comma, up to seashore excluding privately owned trees and houses. My lords, this is a waterfront land which abuts the water body. So
Yes.
in that background, it is forming part of the exception carved out in para 3 of the Honorable Apex Court's order at page 419. Number 2.
Land won't have a survey number. Lord, my learned friend is saying this is a waterfront land. This
I'm
is a
taking-
survey number land.
You can read.
There is a road in between.
There is no road in between. I'll take my lords to the map also. Abutting railway line and or river body or water bodies. The second submission. This would not apply to any public place. If my lords were to have page 112, the property card that the petitioners have themselves produced on record, each of those property cards clearly reflects, if I may pray, my lords have just below Shri Sarkar, number so and so, Tariq 23/2/47 થી સાર્વજનિક સરકારી ઠરાવેલ છે. Am I with the honorable court? My lords, if my lords are at page 112,
Yes.
if my lords are in the column that starts with Dharan Karnar, Shri Sarkar, the last sentence, my lords. So and so તારીખ so and so થી સાર્વજનિક સરકારી ઠરાવેલ છે. So these are public lands. They are government lands, but they are public lands. The third submission, in this background, if the earlier order of the Supreme Court is seen, there is a clear understanding that this applies to cases that are subject matter of these proceedings. And although Mr. Thakur in the first half said that they have not approached the apex court, what is reported in the online media is that one Samast Patni Muslim Samaj has approached the Honorable Apex Court today morning for this very cause of action, seeking initiation of some form of contempt. This is the position as I understand. It is reported on the portal that Mr. Thakur relies on. In that background, I may now take my lords chronologically through the sequence. My lords, the petitioners,
Mr. Bhatt,
my lords,
in this very connection, the matter has gone up to the.
that is what is reported in live law. That for this very
We have
issue,
not done it. We can say-
obviously, in all these matters, only the Oliadin committee is the same. Every other signatory is different. Every time 5 new persons are signatories before various honorable courts. Obviously, they would not have done it, but I refuse to believe that they were not aware. My lords may have the property card at page 112, which is the basis of the petitioner's case.
What is the nature of the proceedings before the apex court? Which have-
My lords, because it is not reflected on the website of the Honorable Apex Court as of this moment, I would not be in a position to say that. But the live law reporting, which culls out even the names of the drafters of the petition, says that this is in connection with the actions taken by the state government at Gir Somnath Veraval. And it is quote unquote, respondents herein have carried out early morning illegal demolition of century-old religious places of worship without issuing notice for such demolition, without granting opportunity, the petitioner claims that the authorities in Gujarat violated the order dated 17 September by carrying out demolition. The petitioner seeks initiation of contempt proceedings, impledes the state's principal secretary, a collector and district magistrate SP Gir Somnath as party. The matter is listed before the bench of Honorable Justice Shri so and so today. The petition has been filed through advocate on record Shri so and drafted by advocate so and so. This is reported at around 10:09 a.m. So that is submission number 1. If the Honorable Court were to see the property card at page 112, admittedly, these are government lands.
Yes.
And in this context, your ladyship may please have page 123, which is the deed of settlement of the Shri Somnath Trust, dated 21/1/1950, my lords.
Yes.
In sequence of chronology, this would be the first document, which then, I'm sorry, page 123, my lords, which then would be followed by the document at page 508, the Revenue Department notification of the Saurashtra government, which my lords just saw,
Yes.
which is dated 3rd November 1951 at page 508.
Yes.
Now, my lords, in the interregnum, what is significant, I'm sorry, page 508.
Yes.
In the interregnum, what is significant is a possession receipt, which is at page 151, produced by the petitioner itself, which is dated 1/7/1951, and a sketch that is produced therewith. If I am with my lords at page 151, my lords, I will try and, because the copy provided to me is extremely bleak. Saurashtra Sarkarna revenue khatana so and so number so and so શ્રી સોમનાથ ટ્રસ્ટને વેરાવલ પાટણ વચ્ચે ચૌધરીના બંગલાથી પાટણ શહેરના દરવાજા સુધી દક્ષિણ તરફના સરકારી પડતર જમીનનો ભાગ આ સાથે સ્કેચમાં દર્શાવેલ સો એન્ડ સો તથા નંબર સો એન્ડ સોમાં સોંપવાના થતા હોય આજરોજ સદરહુ સો એન્ડ સો સોંપવામાં આવેલ છે. And if my lords were to turn the page and have 152, a sketch is produced by the petitioners.
Yes.
If my lords may permit me to read the lines below the sketch, I may start from the first of those 3 long lines.
Yes.
The first line, as I read it, reads, my lords, આ રંગથી બતાવેલ સર્વે નંબર 1853 છે, તેમાં કુલ 182 એકર 23 ગુઠા છે. The line below that, my lords, આ રંગથી બતાવેલ સર્વે નંબર 1853 નો ભાગ શ્રી સોમનાથ ટ્રસ્ટને સોંપવાનો છે, તે 122 એકર 20 ગુઠા અને તેમાં બતાવેલ નિશાન એ વાળો રિઝર્વ ભાગ પણ આવી જાય છે. And then below that, my lords, સોંપવામાં આવેલ છે, કુલ સોંપવામાં આવેલ છે, the survey numbers.
Yes.
This, my lords, is 1st July 1951, followed by the resolution at page 508, followed by the lease agreement at page 153, the next page, between the government of Saurashtra and the Shri Somnath Trust.
Yes.
Now, my lords, at this juncture, there is only one document that I may be permitted to